Okay, we are finished. We are going home now. I'm going to talk about what I was talking about on my way here, okay? It's so hot today. I should wear my sunglasses. It's really, really hot. It's really true that the big typhoon is coming. Really? Is it coming or approaching? Is it true? I'm not sure. But if it, won't, I think it's good because I don't like typhoons. Yeah, it actually makes me feel thrilled, but I don't like heavy rain. I don't like strong winds. So if it won't come, I'll be happy. Okay, anyway, where was I? Yeah, I was talking about the step test I took the year 2016. At the end of 16, I got high score, much higher score for the written test because I did this textbook, so many times to improve my reading comprehension, and I was successful, and my reading comprehension improved so much, and I got the highest score ever. And last year, I really wanted to take the same test again, but not for the written test this time. I've never taken the second round speech test. But this time around, I was determined to pass the second round speaking test, interview test, too. I've never taken that part because I wasn't sure if I could pass it. I even didn't know what speaking English was all about back then. But now I'm speaking English, right? I now understand what it is. So, and last year, I already started my speaking practice on this channel back then. I don't know when I started. Yeah, I started it last year, but I don't know exactly when. Okay, and anyway, yeah, I was studying for the test until I started practicing my speaking on this channel last year. So it was even after, okay, I finished, I gave up the idea of studying for the test because all I wanted to improve was my spoken English. So I decided not to study for the test anymore because the more I studied for the test, I felt that it would keep myself from improving my spoken skills. I wanted to pass the second round interview test, but to take the interview test, I would have to take I would have to take the written test all over again because I lost opportunities to. I had 2 more opportunities to pass through or ignore the written test to take the second round test back in 2016, okay, for the entire year, I had actually had the 2 more opportunities to take the second round speaking test without taking the first round test. So I just let the first round test go, and I would be able to directly to take the second round speaking test. But I didn't take the second round test back then because, as I said, I didn't know if I was able to be qualified enough. So I skipped all the opportunities. It means that if I want to pass the second round test now or this time, I have to take the first round test all over again. So in order to take the first round test, I had to study for the first round written test again. So that's why I was doing the textbook all over again. But I got tired when I was doing it, because the more I do the textbook with so many difficult vocabulary, I felt that the farther I would be from passing the second round interview test. Because for the interview test, we have to make a 2-minute speech, okay? Impromptu speech, and the theme of which is like social issues, current issues. So you have to know a lot about what's happening right now out there, okay? Yeah, but still, all those difficult vocabulary is for the written test, reading comprehension test. As you might know already, reading materials are more difficult and more complex than the speaking material, right? So in order to take the first round test, written test, I had to study a lot of vocabulary, difficult ones like academic and fancy vocabulary. But when it comes to the second round test, I don't have to study as much, but all I need to do is to practice my speaking and to get the knowledge about current issues, social issues. But the more I studied for the first round test, the more I tried to memorize all those difficult words, synonyms, and antonyms. It made me stuck more, okay? So I decided to quit. But now, somehow, at this stage, I really wanted to take a look at what that textbook was like this morning especially. I've been thinking about the textbook for the last several days actually, but today I had this urge to actually have the textbook with me again, and I did. And at first I just read the first section, which consists of vocabulary problems like, oh my goodness, I'm now stopping at the place where I shouldn't. So I really hope that I can proceed. Okay, anyway. So the first section, yeah, that textbook is designed for particularly for the first round written tests, word problems. There's some sentences written in each question, and there's this one blank, and there's 4 words, alternative words, for you to choose from, and you can just pick one word, the right word from these 4 alternatives. And the textbook has like as many as how many? I don't know, more than 200, 300 problems, okay? And normally, all I did was to just tackle each problem one after another. Just read the sentence and choose the right word from those 4 alternatives. That's all I did. And yeah, of course I couldn't answer everything. There were some problems, some words that I didn't know. I didn't know which one to choose. And even among the alternative words, there were many words that I didn't know, so I had to refer to each meaning. But I used the textbook today, and I realized that this is not the perfect one for me to use when it comes to improving my overall English ability, because how to use the textbook is very important. I used to use the textbook as it is, but when I look at the textbook from a different perspective, there are many things that I can do using the same textbook, like okay, first I read the sentence, right? And it's the same. And when I pick out at first, okay, one page has several questions, okay, and I do all the questions on the same page, okay, and then I check the answer, right, to just see how much I can understand, how much I can answer myself currently, to understand the current level of my English ability. And then what I did today was totally different from what I did a long time ago, okay? Last time I was using, like last year, okay? This time, I decided to write the definition of each alternative answer word, okay, alternative word. Not only just refer to the right answer, but also I wrote all the 4 alternative answers on the notebook, and then I wrote the definition of each word in English, of course. And what I feel a bit disappointed about the textbook is that the textbook has the meaning of each word, but in Japanese, and I don't think it's very effective for people who want to take the test, especially the first grade, because first grade is the highest grade, and if you pass this grade for the test, you really have to have a good command of English, and you have to be fluent, okay? But still, the textbook uses some Japanese as definitions. I find it very strange. If I were someone who made the textbook, then I would write all the definitions in English, and I would also write synonyms and antonyms in English, so that every time someone does questions, each question from the textbook, and then he can understand all the words in English, and he can learn not only the right answer. He or she can not only learn the right answer, but also other things like definition of each word, and synonyms and antonyms, and how to use this word in other sentences. So this way, I think you can nurture your real English ability. But if you still refer to the meaning of each word in your mother tongue, I don't think it will help you improve your English ability in a real sense. Why bother? Why bother using your mother tongue when you learn English at this stage? At this stage, everything should be in English. Anything, yeah. So that's what I think. And I feel a little bit disappointed about this book. Okay, and so I wrote the definition of each alternative word, okay, in English, and then I write the synonyms of each word. Okay, it would be better if I wrote antonyms. So, yeah, too, right? Yeah, I understand, but it takes time. So anyway, I only wrote synonyms for each word. Okay, anyway. To understand each word deeply, in a deep sense, okay? And this is something that I didn't do last time, and I thought that I would need to do something different to push myself at this stage if I really want to improve my English to the next level. And for that purpose, I think I should need to do something that I've never done before. So this is one of them. And I do this during my 3-hour reading routine, and I did this for 2 hours, and I had 1 hour left, right? And then and I did some reading, but not passively, actively. Like, I used this book I happened to find on a Kindle about 10 days ago or so. I was talking about this in my previous videos, here and there though. Okay, it has fables, and it's in 5 volumes, and everything is written in English. Okay, and it has I'm now doing the volume 2, and which has 16 fables fables means that it's a story, and at the end of each story, there is this moral of the story, and each story is divided by 3. First one is written in the most simplest English for the beginners, and the second one is for intermediate students. For the beginners section, it's written in it only uses the present tense, but for the second section, which is for the intermediate students, it uses other tenses like past tense and present perfect, and of course other tenses. Okay, and the third section is for the advanced students. So 3 sections, even though deal with the same fable, but they are written in a different way. And the intermediate section is a little bit more complicated, complex than the basic one, and the advanced one uses a more complicated expressions and tenses that native speakers would use. So just comparing those 3 is very intriguing, and for me, I don't think I should do the easiest one, because it only uses the present tense. So there aren't many things that I can learn from it. So I always do the last 2, the intermediate one and the advanced one. I can learn a lot from them, but still, just reading them is not enough. This is what I feel, how I feel, and after the advanced question story, there are several questions to be asked, and yeah, it's kind of troublesome to answer each question actually, but it really works. It really works. It really helps you improve your English very much, and it can work for your speaking skills also. So how you use this text, this book, is the key, and it depends on how you use this textbook. Okay. And each question, from 1 to 4, each question is for the story. So I have to go back to the story to answer each question, and but just reading the book to answer is not enough. So I read the part, and then I understand it completely, and I try to say it in my own words, or borrow some expressions that are in each section, and I repeat this process several times until I can do this comfortably. And I think it helps improve my English expressions, because when I speak English like this, I don't think I'm using as many English expressions I really want to use. So I really hope that it makes memorize, or get the feel for each English expressions. Okay. And the last question is the most difficult one, like, what is the moral of this story, or what this story, or what does this story wants to, what is the moral of this story? Okay, And it makes me think a lot. Okay, it makes me think a lot, and it's the most difficult one, very tricky one. But I really have to push myself to answer this kind of question. So this is very important for me. So that's why. And so I spent an hour today on tackling this one. Okay. And I still have difficulties, a lot of difficulties expressing myself, my thoughts, because of my not only lack of knowledge, but also lack of English expressions, English sentences, and something like that, English words, vocabulary. So I really train myself by using this book particularly, and I'm still in the volume 2, so I still have 3 more. I can't wait to do everything, and maybe I'll go back to the volume 1 again, and so next time, I will be able to, I hope, answer them more easily, which shows that my English level improved, right? So this is what I'm doing, but I also have to speak English like this, actually, if I want to improve my speaking skills, right? Oh, it's getting hot, so we should go inside. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully. I'm not sure, but okay. I really hope that you have a wonderful day, wherever you are. Okay, I'm signing out. Bye for now.